Welcome, my friends, to the West Real Estate Program, the program that gives you all the great info on everything to do with real estate, buying, selling, renovating, property management, you name it, we look into it. And the advice is given by professionals involved within the industry. Don't forget, my friends, about our half-house heating competition. You need to get a copy of the West, get a code word, and find out all the details on our website, westrealestate.com.au. But first, I've got to meet up with Dave Hobbs from the Professionals. He's a wonderful man and a great friend. And let's see what the rest of the team are up to this week, shall we?
Are you looking to buy, refinance or invest in a home? Today I find out everything you need to know about getting the money.
I visit an apartment development only a stone's throw from the vibrant Beaufort Street cafe strip.
And I visit a modern day castle.
Thank you, Tim. I now find myself ring-a-ding-ding at the Professionals, and there he is. There's Dave Hobbs, the man I've come to speak to. He's tweeting. Were you tweeting?
Tweeting. I was tweeting, sending a tweet.
You're tweeting mad, brother. Can you tell us how the Professionals differ in terms of property management?
We want to be the go-to brand in property management. That's what we're about. It's probably been the toughest time in 20 years in real estate, and the thing that's kept our group alive has been the turnover with property management, which has given us some revenue while things are tough in sales. So that's what we specialise in. We put a lot of effort into it. We train our property managers, and when you sell your business, that's what you're left with. There is no goodwill, or very little goodwill, in real estate.
That we know. Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
I want to go north today. Can you send me north? There's someone who knows a bit about property management up north.
Just around the corner, Tamara. Granger
Tamara?
Clark, fantastic. She knows what she's talking about.
Can I walk?
You could walk. Yeah, start now. I'll see you in 3 days.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Doesn't sound interesting. Oh, God. Hi. Hi, yeah, go on, Hobbo. Yeah. Thanks, Dave. Yeah. Mother Lou's just around the corner from Mount Lawley. It's funny. Very funny. Oh, jeez. I hope Tamara's home, because I've come a hell of a way. Come on, Tamara. Come to me. Tamara.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, nice to see you again.
Come in.
Nice. Can I come in? Oh, it's good. I like this. This is nice. Hey, I've got a friend who's a landlord. He's had his house with property managers before, and he hasn't been very happy. There have been very high fees. The communication's been very poor. What do the Professionals offer that's going to rise above that? What are you going to give me?
One of the most common queries that I have from not only new landlords but current landlords is how can you guarantee me the service that I haven't received from previous real estate agents or property managers. And how I have overcome that, or our company's overcome that, is I provide you with a very comprehensive owner handbook, and part of that owner handbook details what our guarantee is to you. So just say your friend called our office, called them at 12 o'clock, asked for their property manager. If they haven't received a return phone call by 4 p.m, I will manage your property for 3 months, no charge.
Incredible.
It's not a risk to us because we know that we're not going to manage your property no charge, because we know that we're going to deliver on what we've promised.
Lovely. Tamara, can I go and look at a rental later?
We can, yes.
Fantastic. But first, here's Lisa, and she's at a castle, probably wearing some medieval gear, I hope. Lisa?
Nowadays, if you want to sell your house quickly and for top dollar, a coat of paint, a good clean and a sign in your front yard just aren't enough. You have to identify your target market and then present your home in a way that will make the buyer want to make your place their new home. And that's where 740 Designs can help. You have precious seconds to captivate a prospective buyer, and their experience begins as they approach your property. If a buyer is drawn to your home's exterior, they expect this theme to flow through the house with its decoration and furniture. This modern-day castle in Fremantle is the perfect example of how Alex and her team at 740 Designs can give your home a distinctive look that reflects its character and style. Let's take a look around and see how they've achieved this. This place certainly has the wow factor from the front of the house, and it just keeps getting better and better as you take a walk through, with the furnishings really adding a unique charm. Although the furniture is display only, 740 Designs specifically choose pieces that feel like they're part of the home and not staged in any way. The furnishings they use are always customised to suit the space and style of each individual home. So Alex, today we're talking about how important it is to furnish your home to complement its style in order to reach that maximum price. So tell us how you furnish this place to complement and add value to the home.
Yeah, well, as you can see, this is a really unique style of home, so we've had to pick specific furnishings and pieces in order to complement the home, but to not take away from the design itself.
So what approach have you taken here?
We've taken a really traditional approach, using a lot of curved lines. As you can see behind with the lounge, it's quite unusual, and the distressed whitewashed coffee table. Then we've used a mixture of soft upholsterings and warm and cosy finishes such as the plush rug and furs to really warm up the space.
And you've recently furnished a more modern contemporary home in Cottesloe.
Yeah.
So just as a comparison, what approach did you use with this one?
Well, it's a totally different style of home, so we've used a really different approach. Whereas here in Fremantle, the designs are quite ornate and delicate. The property by Signature Custom Homes in Cottesloe, we've really stuck to basics with simplicity and clean lines. The finishes are quite smooth and refined, and so we've used colour conservatively in order to tie these two in.
When preparing your house for sale, you need to scan with the critical eye of a potential buyer to find out who your target market is and then style your house to suit their needs and desires. You could have the most amazing house structurally, but the wrong furnishings could cost you a sale. 740 Designs are currently moving warehouses to fit in their ever-expanding range of furniture, and they have a relocation offer until the end of July. Pay for 4 weeks furniture hire and get the 5th week for free. For more information, give them a call or follow the links from our website.
There's a fishy fishy. Hup, hup, come on, hup, hup. Hard to train, aren't they? Thank you, great castle work, Lisa, well done. After the break, Dan's going to look at housing finance, that'll be good. Get out of the pool. Hup you come, hup, hup. Welcome back. Once upon a time I get a lift doing this, not anymore. Here's Dan, he's talking to some finance professionals.
I'm joined on the show by David Devenish from Smartline Personal Mortgage Advisors. Now, Dave, thanks for joining me.
Hi, Dan.
There's a lot of talk out there at the moment in the media about first home buyers getting back into the market. A lot of excitement. I mean, how much do I need for a deposit on a mortgage?
Typically, most lenders will accept 5% as a deposit from a first home buyer. The good news is that the government's providing great incentives to first home buyers as well. There's a $7,000 grant, and in addition to that, there's some good stamp duty concessions as well.
So what determines how much I can borrow?
Well, essentially, it's a function of your deposit, of course, but secondly, your income. And not only just your raw income, but the income less expenses for personal loans, car loans, credit loans, and so on.
Oh, okay. So when it comes to my mortgage, can I use my parents perhaps as a guarantor against that?
Yeah, you can actually. That seems to be an increasing phenomenon. A lot of the lenders recognise that it's difficult for first home buyers to get the deposit together and have the right security, so they're now they're having structures where parents can actually help support their kids and get into a house.
How far out should I get my mortgage? Is it something I should do earlier than later?
Best thing to do is see your mortgage advisor up front. He can sit down with you, get you pre-approved as such, and that way you can go shopping with confidence effectively, so you're not wasting your time or everyone else's time looking for something that's outside your price range.
If the viewers out there want some more information, is there somewhere they can go?
You bet. Go to our website, Smartline.
Thanks for joining me, Dave.
No, Dan.
We'll catch up with Dave again on the show next week.
Now, anyone who knows me knows that I'm a West Oz girl, born and bred, and I truly think that Perth is just such a beautiful place to live in. I mean, we've got it all. We've got the great beaches, we've got great restaurants, we've got ample job opportunities, and we also have vibrant yet very relaxed cafe strips like Beaufort Street. So the idea of having the best that the city has to offer right there on your doorstep is a very tempting one. And now, thanks to the new St Mark's development in Highgate, it's actually also a very affordable one too. The new St Mark's apartment complex is situated on the corner of Harold and Stirling Streets in Highgate, a prime location for those who love to be able to enjoy the restaurants, cafe strip, shopping and nightlife of Mount Lawley, all within walking distance from home, as well as a bit of serenity at Hyde Park or some good sporting events and concerts at NIB Stadium, all while only being 2 minutes from the CBD. So Willie, Limnius are one of the selling agents for the St Mark's Apartments. What do you expect this amazing location to mean for investors?
Well, when selecting an investment property, the key about the property is location, and St Mark's offers a location packed with lifestyle choices. It's got good access to transport, culture, parks and recreational opportunities. And one thing that investors can be assured of, there's no shortage of people wanting to live in the area.
No, absolutely not. I imagine everybody wants to live in these apartments.
Yes, that's correct. We've already sold 70 apartments.
Okay, wow, so they're selling quickly. Aside from what lies beyond your door, the complex itself is pretty specky. We're talking state-of-the-art leisure facilities that include a 21-metre solar-heated lap pool, bar and air-conditioned games room, as well as a fully equipped gym and Swedish-style timber-lined sauna. And while you're enjoying all of these features, you can also feel very safe. St Mark's is fully equipped with remote-controlled security gates, a security camera surveillance system and a keyless electronic entry to the ground floor lobbies, so you're free to relax and enjoy your resort-style home after a hard day at the office. Okay, Peter, so Colliers are also one of the selling agents for the St Mark's Apartments. When do you expect the works to be completed?
Well, as you can see, we're well underway and on schedule, and the anticipated completion date is late 2013.
Okay, it's actually not that far away.
Absolutely.
Now, you've also used really high-end fittings and it's a really well-designed complex as well. So what sort of prices are we looking at?
We still have excellent one bedrooms from $390, two bedrooms from $512, and three bedrooms from $610.
Wonderful. And I noticed that you've kept the old heritage-listed St Mark's building at the front there.
It will be maintained and used for commercial purposes.
That's wonderful. I love that you're using the old with the new.
That's what Finbar seems to do very well.
Living just metres away from the Beaufort Street strip really offers a fabulous lifestyle to enjoy. Less driving and commuting and more actual enjoyment. You can head out with friends or have a fun night out on the town whenever the mood strikes you. It's all right there within walking distance, so there's no more excuses to be bored ever again.
Thank you, Harley. And after the break, I'm with Tamara from the Professionals again, looking at that rental property we spoke of. We'll see you then. Welcome back to the West Real Estate Program, and I'm with Tamara from the Professionals, who's taking me through this rental property. We're in Craigie.
We are, and it's a great property. It's a 4-bedroom, 1 bathroom, newly renovated. So a new investor that's purchased the property. The owner's spent a bit of money doing it up, and as you can see, definite facelift. If you have a look around, we've got great floorboards, we've got a new kitchen, stainless steel appliances, beautiful bathroom. And if you go into the bedroom, floor to ceiling mirror, fantastic. So
got a nice yard too, I believe, at the back.
Beautiful French doors looking out, and not only that, we've got a powered workshop at the back. So we're offering this property to rent at the moment for $480 a week, and we expect that we're going to accept applications around this one.
Plenty of interest. There's people everywhere.
Most definitely, and this is one of the things that us as a Professionals in Balladura do. We offer after hours home opens, and as you can see today, we've got quite a bit of interest through the property. So they're going to come through, we'll offer the applications, and then we'll process them on behalf of the landlord.
You go and do your job, and now here's Dan at a lifestyle village.
Think retirement. Now, let me ask you this. If you were granted a single wish to accompany you through the finer years of life, what would you choose? Maybe your own personal gardener, or perhaps just kind-hearted neighbours. Or maybe, quite modestly, the thing that you dream of the most is simply a room with a view. I've been asked to visit a village that could easily boast being the best located in this country, and it's here, in Perth. We're not talking Queen's Rock either. Ocean Garden Village is perfectly positioned at the peak of City Beach's highest ridge. Gaze to the west for a panorama of the Indian Ocean, to the east for spectacular vistas of the Perth CBD, and on to the Darling Range. Oh, and although I use the term retirement, I'm not referring to life, I'm talking work. As a not-for-profit organisation, Ocean Garden spends every dollar it earns back on the village, providing you the ultimate environment for a very peaceful or socially active life. All right, lifestyle enthusiasts, lend me your ears. There's a lot more to Ocean Gardens than just sensational views. It is, after all, the premium retirement village in Perth. Manager Kevin Bowen is here to show me what's cooking. So Kevin, I know that you're constantly improving the village. I mean, what sort of things are happening now?
Well, as you say, we're constantly improving it. Over the last 3 years, we've spent nearly $7 million in upgrading the village, including our pool and gymnasium and barbecue area, which I think you've seen and enjoyed.
Yeah, the barbecue's quite, it's beautifully laid out, isn't it? Perfect sort of setup for entertaining. Is that how it's used?
Amongst our fragrant gardens, they're coming on very nicely and looking very picturesque at the moment with the plants coming out in flower.
Yeah, one of the things I really like having spent some time here is it's not a bunch of squares, it's not in a grid, it's actually all laid out in circles and meandering paths. It must be a great place to sort of to work and to live.
It's a great spot to work and walk around and enjoy the views. You've got aspects of the ocean, you've got aspects of the hills and the city, and the northern light, and this time of year is great. It's a great spot to walk around and just enjoy life.
So what sort of options are here for people that are looking at a place?
We have a range of apartments and villas ranging from 1-bedroom to 2-bedroom apartments, and 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom villas, 167 of those on our large site, so there's plenty to choose from.
I guess the, you know, if you want a view, you got to pay for that?
Yeah, you pay for view, but nowhere near what you would pay in normal city beach prices. You know, prices here are very reasonable.
Would you like to know what the residents do here in their spare time? Well, because there's a clubhouse, restaurant, library and swimming pool, I'd say quite a lot.
Can I just make a point? Has anyone else noticed something different about this place? Not a tin fence in sight. Just thought I'd say that.
And you don't spend $6.5 million upgrading something without noticing the differences. Villas here are presented with high quality finishes and luxury fittings, top of the range kitchen appliances, stone bench tops and the finest bathroom fixtures.
Yes, this is City Beach with its well-to-do neighbourhood and multi-million-dollar price tags. But don't be tempted to judge this book by its cover. Ocean garden units start from just $335,000. Choose to spoil yourself and enjoy uninterrupted panoramic ocean and city views from one of the finer homes here, and you'll still pay well under $1 million. It's a City Beach lifestyle for just a portion of the price.
If you'd like to know more about the luxurious lifestyle options Ocean Gardens can offer, go to westrealestate.com.au, follow the links.
I'm here with our real estate guru, John Percadani from Realmark, to talk about a scam that's hitting the rental market at the moment. Hi, John.
Hi, Lisa. How you going?
Good. Now, I've heard that identity fraud in the rental market is on the increase at the moment, whereby prospective tenants are being scammed by misleading rental properties advertised on the net. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Sure. On top of the fraud we had around property sales last year, what we have now is bogus people copying rental properties off legitimate sites and then putting them on generic sites, and people applying for those properties and having their ID stolen from them.
And what are the warning signs? What can people look out for?
I think if they're not on a proper website like a realmark.com or a realestate.com or rewa.com or thewest.com, then I think they should be very wary. And if the property's not being offered by a professional real estate agency, that's certainly a warning to you, by all means, yes.
And I guess the fact that people are getting caught is a sign of a tight rental market, and also demonstrates the need to go through a legitimate real estate agency.
Yeah, sure. Look, at the moment the rental market is tight. I think people are very motivated to get that rental property and maybe going to sources that they would not normally go to. But I think they've got to come back to the true and proven locations for those properties.
Great, well, that's some great advice. Thanks a lot, John.
Pleasure.
So if you're looking for an advantage, whether you're buying, selling or investing your property, go to realmark.com.au.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, John Percadani. After the break, I'll be back with Tamara for the very last time. Welcome back to the West Real Estate Program with Tamara for the professionals, Granger Clark, Belladura. I've got another question for you. I've got two friends. My second friend, he wants to go with a property management group that are heavily discounted. Is there a problem? Is that shifty?
Well, in my experience, and I'm in a role where I'm privileged enough to speak with a lot of investors and a lot of new landlords that come to me, and they ask me that same question. I've been offered a discount from Joe Bloggs up the road, and I always say to them, I don't know, what are they offering? What's their point of difference? And if they haven't got a point of difference to us, for example, property owners handbook that gives the guarantee, if they don't have that, are they having to in turn offer you a discounted fee to get your business? And that's usually the case.
Okay, so however, you're saying a discounted fee and discounted service then applies.
Yeah, and I know it sounds a cliche, but unfortunately you pay for what you get. If you're going to go for the discounted fees, you're probably going to get the discounted service.
Pay peanuts, get monkeys. That's what you're telling me, isn't it?
That is exactly what I'm telling you, Pete.
Tamara, it's been lovely to see you again.
You too.
Tremendous. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
And now here's the wonderful Dan with the even more wonderful Craig Gemmell from Craig Gemmell Homes.
Last week on the show, Craig Gemmell from Gemmell Homes helped us choose the right block of land. Craig, good to see you again.
Dan, how are you?
I've got a question for you. How do we choose the right house for that block of land?
Very good question, Dan. Let's assume that we've gone out and bought a standard residential lot. We've got to ask ourselves, do we want to put the biggest possible house that we can on there, or do we want to maximise the space of the block that we've bought and put a smaller house and have a bigger backyard?
Consider Perth's climate, and it's a pretty good one. Is that something that's really popular, you find? More of an outdoor lifestyle these days?
90% of all the homes that we fit onto the blocks have the al fresco component, the outdoor living, so it's very, very important.
And what's popular, 2-storey or 1-storey these days?
Again, it depends on the size of your block. If you go for a 2-storey on a small block, it's actually going to push the price up as well, so it all depends on your budget.
Speaking of something a bit smaller, perhaps, what about a cottage block?
Cottage blocks, again, with the design, we've got to think about, is it going to be a front loading, which is the garage from your main street access, or is it going to be rear loading, so your car's coming from a laneway at the rear? So they're very important, well, two distinct styles there with the cottage lots.
I guess it comes back to budget, doesn't it?
Exactly. Again, it all comes back to the mighty dollar.
Yeah,
Dan?
it does. Well, actually, we'll talk about financing that home next week. So thanks for talking to me again,
Thanks,
Craig.
Dan.
We'll catch up with Craig again next week.
That's it, everyone. That's all we've got time for. Don't forget about the Hearth House heating competition. Get a copy of the West, grab the code word, and go to our website, westrealestate.com.au. Follow the prompts, and all the information about today's program is also on that very same website. That's it. We'll see you next week.
And that's a wrap.